What reforms were introduced during the Prague Spring? Have you ever wondered how a wave of change can sweep through a nation, altering its political and social landscape? The Prague Spring of 1968 is a perfect example. It began on January 5, 1968, when Alexander Dubček was elected as first secretary of the Communist Party of Czechoslovakia. This marked the start of a period filled with reforms aimed at making socialism more humane, often described as socialism with a human face. The reforms introduced during this time were quite significant. Economically, the focus was on decentralization and liberalization. The goal was to grant more autonomy to businesses and encourage economic growth through market mechanisms. This was a shift away from the strict centralized planning that was typical of communist economies. The hope was to create a more efficient economy that could better respond to the needs of consumers. On the political front, several key reforms emerged. The Action Program, adopted in April 1968, aimed to democratize political life. It sought to give more power to the National Assembly and to separate the government from the Communist Party. This was a bold move, as it proposed a clear division of powers among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. Courts were to be independent, acting as arbiters between these branches. Another notable reform was the promotion of Slovakia to full parity within a new Czechoslovak federation. This addressed long-standing issues of regional inequality and aimed to create a more balanced political structure. Socially and culturally, the Prague Spring brought about significant changes as well. One of the most impactful reforms was the abolition of censorship. This allowed for greater freedom of speech and media, enabling citizens to express their thoughts and opinions more openly. Travel restrictions were also loosened, granting individuals more personal freedom. The cultural scene experienced a revival during this time, with new artistic and intellectual movements emerging. This reflected a broader liberalization of society, as people began to embrace new ideas and forms of expression. However, these reforms were viewed as a threat by the Soviet Union and other countries within the Warsaw Pact. This led to the invasion of Czechoslovakia in August 1968, which ultimately crushed the reform movement. In the context of post-communism, the Prague Spring serves as a powerful reminder of the challenges faced by communist regimes. It highlights the ongoing struggle to balance individual freedoms with collective goals. The memory of this period continues to resonate, reminding us of the complexities involved in the pursuit of reform and the quest for a more humane society.